Spider-Man, pay no royalties like I can. So, yeah. So, we got Spider-Man casting news.
Well, there's some rumors, yes, indeed you do. So, let's crack through those misleading headlines out there and tell the folks what we got for them.
Well, first of all is that one of the more can you call it a definite rumor? I don't think
probably more likely.
Actually, this falls on the more rumor side then. That Jake Gyllenhaal is being eyed for a role as a villain in the sequel to Spider-Man: Homecoming. According to Variety,
a mysterious role at that.
Yes, a certain villain that wears a fishbowl on his head. So yeah. I kind of always liked Mysterio, but he just seems like I don't know. He just...
Well, we're burying the lead here.
Yeah, well, anyway. From Variety, Jake Gyllenhaal might have found his first comic book movie role. The Oscar-nominated actor is being eyed for Sony and Marvel's Spider-Man Homecoming sequel. He's in talks to play the villain Mysterio, joining Michael Keaton, who will return in the role to reprise the Vulture. Now, that's the other news. Michael Keaton is coming back to play the Vulture. And I kind of thought they would go with the guy who played Scorpion, Matt Gargan.
You never know. He might come back, too. We haven't heard yet. But, yeah, like I was saying in the outset, the most likely truth to these two rumors is that Michael Keaton will be back in Homecoming, which doesn't surprise me, even if it's just for a short cameo scene or something like that. The other news, though, is Mysterio. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. Not quite sure about this. See, because Spider-Man outside of... Batman probably has the greatest rogue gallery out there.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah,
Spider-Man's at least a close second or third. Maybe right behind Superman, perhaps, or something like that. So as far as, the Marvel Universe goes, as a whole, Spider-Man has the best collection as far as villains go, which, makes him the most accessible when it comes to making movies about him. So I'm kind of glad to this point that if this is true, Disney/Sony hasn't really gone back to the well and got us another Green Goblin or, another Doc Ock right away. They're trying some different stuff.
Yeah.
Granted, Mysterio's not one of the better villains, and most people have been wanting Kraven for a while, but yeah.
Well, he can be a good villain in the right hands. I'm wondering which Mysterio they're gonna use. Are they gonna use Quentin Beck, Daniel Burkhart, or Francis Klum? I mean,
well, if I remember right, Mysterio used to be a magician, or he is a magician, whatever.
Well, yeah, and then, illusionist, magician, and he turned to crime. So I mean. So, the cape, it has an interesting look. I mean, it's going to be interesting. And the whole, and now with CGI, you can do this character properly. I know a lot of people always say, CGI, I can't stand CGI. But, CGI is just a tool. It's how...
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but this is one of those instances where, I could say this villain will be much better now than he would have been 20 years ago.
Or even maybe...
with the advancements or whatever,
Or even maybe 10 years ago, too. Now, because we've seen how good some CG can be. So, like I said, I kind of thought they would go with Matt Gargan as Scorpion. They hinted at that.
Well, like we said, he still might make an appearance. I'm just surprised because I know people have been craving Kraven. So, I mean, I'm not that big of a fan, but I can understand it.
Well, Kraven the Hunter is a good character. I like Kraven the Hunter, and he was when he was in the Spider-Man animated series when Peter mutated into the Man-Spider, and Kraven actually saved him. That was a good storyline.
Yeah. I always called him Jungle Punisher. But
yeah, pretty much he is Jungle Punisher. But the full-on Russian accent they actually did in the animated series.
The Punisher now in jungle fatigue.
Yeah. Do not vibrate the web. That was that was actually good.
I'm not sure I see Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, but I mean, I'm not really that attached to the character where I'm like, okay, show me what you got, kind of thing.
Yeah, Mysterio is, like I said, it's in the right hands, it could be good, but he was, I don't want to call him a B-villain, but he kind of had a knack for making Spider-Man's life kind of miserable, too, so that was, it could set up an interesting situation where Spider-Man is framed because of Mysterio.
Right, and we have very little details about the movie yet. We don't even know if it's technically happens. I mean, they've been reporting that it happens after Avengers Infinity War, but spoilers, plug your ears, with Spider-Man dying in Avengers, or at least disappearing in Avengers Infinity War, it puts a lot of questions out there. But we'll get Infinity War Part 2 before we get Spider-Man anyway. So
well, anyway, there's actually a little bit more an addendum to this story. Plot details are still unknown at this time, but sources say Marvel and Sony, who will co-produce the film, were looking to cast a new male and female lead, with their desire for the male lead to be played by an A-list actor. Actresses for the female role, which is expected to be someone in her 20s, are currently being auditioned by execs. So anyway, so you guys let us know what you think about this news. You excited? Not excited? Don't care? Can't wait? Let us know. With the recent changes to YouTube's monetization policy, we'd like to ask that you please consider supporting the channel through Patreon. As thanks, Patreon members will receive early notification of mini-documentaries, special behind-the-scenes making of the Edge videos, outtakes, bloopers, lost episodes, and more. Support tiers start for as little as $1 a month. Check the link in the description. Thank you.